views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Welcome to SinCityBounty.com. That sounds weird with
I know it does
just
sound
the
weird
one
with
person.
just me.
Yeah, I'll join in next time. It's just us again. All right, so we are here with the fabulous Thor Johnson. You can find him on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and he has his own website, which is
www.thorjohnson.xxx.
That's right. And if you want to see beautiful, muscular, sexy-ass Ginger who likes big girls, by all means, go check his stuff out.
I believe you said you started this site up because you needed a place to put all the women.
All the big women, yeah. Well, that's my new site. www.thor-bbw.com. And that launched in January. So I needed a place to put all these big girls.
Is there a link from your original site to the BBW site?
There is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on both.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're getting some feedback.
I know I'm slow on the uptake here.
She is, but that's okay.
I blame it on the blonde, but whatever.
Since you were here last, you won the award.
I did, yeah. I won Best Male Performer of the Year, the BBW Award Show. And that means that I fucked BBWs better than anyone else in the year of 2018.
It's what we dream about at night, just so you know.
Wait.
Even if there has been no personal experience from any of us, which I'm not going to say if there was or not, or any of our audience who loves you, it is what we dream about.
That's good because I dream about it
It
a
is.
lot too.
It is what we masturbate to at night.
It is.
I'm just saying.
It is.
Tim said Thor is a true hero.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
So yeah. So you beat out. So I love this part. You beat out like Christian.
Yeah.
You beat out
I was up against a
Shane.
lot. Shane Diesel, Christian XXX, King Nor, Sean Dam.
Nor like in the soup.
King of Soup.
Like the chicken broth.
Yeah.
The KNORR.
Right. Yeah, that's his shtick. Like.
King of Soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I beat out a lot. There was a lot, and I actually in the list that they gave me, because they gave me the card that said that I won the award and whatever. It had the list of all the people that they read in it, so I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I got my mantle with the award.
So is the award pretty, or is it,
I should have brought. On the drive here, I was thinking, damn, I should have brought it.
next time?
I'm sure I've got.
It's an excuse to
They
bring it back.
changed, so it's a
or
little
something.
different this year, right? Is it like a vase, or was that something extra they
It's more
gave?
like a vase.
A vase.
actually.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
I
much
was
faster.
kind of let down by the style of trophy that it was, because it was a vase with, they had roses in it. I mean, it looks pretty cool when you take the roses out and everything, but I think they were over budget with other stuff. I'm assuming that's the only reason they did that.
They were over budget with everything else, so they're like, we're going with the vases.
Yeah, basically it was like a glass vase that was, it's nicely etched and everything, but I was hoping to get like a fucking like trophy,
At least it's functional. I'm a big fan of functional crap. So if I'm going to get an award, I want it to kind of be functional as well.
Yeah, you can.
But
put
what is
stuff
he
in
going to
it.
put in it? Your
Flowers.
pens?
No, I'm not putting flowers in it.
Wait, like
Pens would be
dildos,
great.
what do you put in it? What are you putting it after?
You could put your stash of condoms in it for when all the
There's
hotties
that, yeah,
come
you
over.
can-
That's
Yeah.
true,
Yeah,
and you
you
could
can
have
put
it like on
condoms
your
in there.
nightstand, and you could be like, look at my award.
Yeah, this is
pick
the
out
award,
your
yeah.
pick out whichever flavor you prefer.
I see there's possibilities.
There is.
Yeah, functionality is key.
It is.
Yeah. Now I have it hanging on my wall in some kind of like case and stuff with the photos of the other porn stars I've shot with that I have signed. So
Nice.
yeah.
So was it like a black tie affair, the award show? Did you go to an award show to get it?
Yeah, I went to
Yeah?
an award show. I wore a suit. I always like to dress up and represent. I'm not the guy that shows up in the T-shirt.
Do you have pictures of you in your suit?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes.
Someone's going to be getting off
there's-
during the show.
Yeah.
She's not even waiting for later. Like, you're not even like, I'm saving this for tonight. Or like, this is going to happen now.
Have you ever done cosplay? Do you do cosplay at all?
Yeah, I dress up as Thor.
We're going to need to take a break.
Let me find.
No, it's actually hot in here, Johnny. I don't.
Let me find the photo. I figured they would have a photo of it on. Oh, here Yeah, there's me.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, and the man standing next to you ain't too bad either. Geez.
You cleaned up nice. Look at that.
Thank you. Yeah, he's the producer who runs. What is it? It's not Bootylicious.
Bootylicious.
He produces BBW stuff.
I love that we live in a country where you can have a company called Bootylicious.
Bootylicious. Booty Magazine or something like that.
You look fabulous.
So we were up for an award before it was the BBW Awards. It was BBW Con.
Okay, yeah.
And so we were up for an award at BBW Con. And that one was amazing because, you know, we were there, and again, they're people, we totally know what jack-off face is. You know, you totally just know. It's the face I have right now as I'm staring at you. Like, that's
your
called jack-off face. But it's just so amazing to be in the room and to, like, see everybody in person. That you're like, totally. Oh, my God, like, I love you, or what have you. I watch you. We've interviewed a lot of them. But it's just one of those insane things to be in when you go like, how am I here?
Yeah.
How is this possible that I'm here? This is totally unexpected. Yeah, no, serious. But
I wake up, I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm actually getting paid to do this. This
right.
is amazing. Yeah.
So you get to like get paid to have sex with hot
Every
women.
time, every
It's
time I
great.
see, because I do a lot of social media work for businesses and things.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them is about, a lot of them want to portray the believe in yourself and climb that mountain, and persistence is what gets you there, or is the car you drive up in, or whatever that quote is. Now, from now on, I'm just going, every time I post one of those memes, I'm going to think about you and your career from a truck driver posting on Hamster?
X-Tube.
X-Tube.
Yeah, X-Tube.
And how
Did you ever look for
you
that?
just persisted, and now you're making money doing what you love.
Yeah, when I'm a firm believer, don't fight the universe. And when I posted that, I got fired, and I felt like that opened up a new avenue, and I wasn't quite sure how to go about it, but I was like, fuck it, maybe this is it.
Thor
And
is
it worked for me, so.
Thor is the living embodiment of all those success memes, just so you know.
I'll have to start making some of my own.
Right?
Me driving the semi-truck, pinching my nipple. This is the photo that they
what
pulled
started
out
it
and
all.
showed me at the company I was working for.
This is part of my HR file.
It was, and no joke, it was part of the HR file. It was. It seriously was. I thought they were gonna pull out another photo of me jerking my dick. They didn't.
That's in their personal file. Like,
And the lead HR from Colorado was nice, big, shapely woman with this huge fat ass, and she didn't seem disgusted about what
Right.
she had seen. And I was thinking, how do I contact this woman after this is all done? But I
Colorado's
never-
a pretty laid back state.
I had to terminate a guy at work because he kept accessing porn on his work computer.
Oh yeah.
And it was one of those that you're in there, and I wanted to be like, dude, just do it on your phone like normal people. Like, don't do it on the work computer. Like, I kind of wanted to high five him because I'm like, you're on some cool sites, but, like, I couldn't. And I had to be like, you're not supposed to do this. And I checked out those sites right afterward just to,
see
for
what he was
research
into,
purposes.
huh?
Yeah. But I was smart enough to use my phone.
See what this dirty person's into.
Right.
And just some hot stuff.
I'm like, hey, man, I like him even more now. Like, do I have
Keep
to
that
let
out
him
the
go?
fire, yeah.
So I'm like, do I have to let him go? Can't I go party with him after work? Like, I kind of prefer that, but yeah. So, when you're in the position that you have to do that, and,
Yeah. I'm sure that was the position she was in.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure she probably follows you, even now.
She might. I don't know, because I didn't have a stage name back then. I was just Halliburton worker number 6226.
But isn't your stage name your real name?
Well, I mean,
So, like, you're not that hard to find.
yeah, I guess that's true.
And it's kind of a memorable name.
That's true.
So, it's not like it was Bob Smith. And she's like, fuck, what was that dude's name that jerked off in the truck?
But do you think she would look up like my actual name on the internet?
Right, maybe
because I
she-
wasn't
maybe-
posting that on the internet back then. You know, it's just I think my fucking name on XTube was like Motorcycle Boy or something like that.
Did he just get a little bit hotter?
No, you notched it down a drop. I am
Not
so
too
sorry.
bad. It was Motorcycle Boy, because back when I was originally using the account several years before just to jack off to people fucking, because that's what XTube was. There was no professional videos. It was just people fucking or jerking out, driving stuff like I did.
Right.
What about Motorcycle Boy turns you off?
I
You like Motorcycle Boy?
No. No.
What is it? I'm sure you've had a screen name that was crappy as well, haven't you?
I still use it to this day.
Which is I'm
not
you
telling,
can't. Yeah.
but when I give out my email, I still
I
have an
knew it.
AOL
I knew it.
email, people. I
Oh,
still have an
AOL.
AOL email. And when I give it out and people are like, huh? I'm like, I don't know. I've had it since I was 19. Like,
Do you judge online people by their screen
I-
name?
yeah.
Yeah?
Especially by their
'Cause-
email.
Right. And yeah.
You need to change that up to a Gmail.
What about you guys
I have a
on
separate Gmail
our
for, like,
Facebook chat? Do you
professional
have
stuff,
do you have a username that you used to use back in the day and you definitely don't use it anymore? Or do you judge other people by their handle?
100%
handle.
by their handle. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. Because back when the internet first started, everybody had some kind of stupid fucking email. Because
Like
nobody had to
Motorcycle
use their
Boy.
email for anything.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And like now, it's you best just have your first name and your last name at gmail.com. Don't go with fucking
No.
Pinoy420 at Hotmail, you know, or like whatever like people would fucking have back in the day. You don't do that.
I have literally had to, because I work in HR-ish stuff.
Yeah.
And so I literally had to tell somebody, I'm like, you might want to take like my kitty6969 at Yahoo off of your resume
Yeah.
and maybe put a different email on there. Like Gmail lets you have free ones with your name. So
Yeah. Because that's what everybody had, like Dark Angel Slut. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, everybody had that.
And everyone, some people now and again try to roll it in on the resume, and I'm like, nah,
that's
just
unprofessional.
pop it off.
I have one, and I can't say it on the air, but and I still have it, but it's relegated to all the spam mail that you get from places you never subscribe to for some
Yeah.
reason, and it was on my business card for a while. Totally changed it now, but
So I have, this is super original, but on any of like the dating sites and stuff, and you have to come up with a username, and I'm not that creative. So literally all my names are Toxie. And then they're like, oh, is that your name?
it kind of pimps out the show too, so that's
I-
okay.
Listen, I literally pimp out the show to everyone. Like, everyone.
That's good. Word of mouth.
So that's it.
Lisa says, I used to have soap_girl, but that was because I was a geek and loved soap operas.
Hey, Lisa, I once wrote for Dawson's Creek on a fan site.
Oh, on a fan site. I was like, oh,
No,
shit.
not anything cool. No.
Wow.
I was
No,
because
fan
I was
site.
like, I was
Took
a
you down a
total,
notch.
yeah.
Took you down a
Yeah,
notch.
no, totally.
Now we're on the same notch.
Right,
no.
right. We're on the same notch, so it's good. But no, I used to do all the recaps and then write stories about it, and it was, super amazing. But again, it was Dawson's Creek, so I don't always mention that. But when you said soaps, it made me think of it.
I know a lot of people who make soaps, so that's where my mind went first. But
Yeah, so no, not the same.
yeah.
Not the same. So, although Desiree Devine, do you know Desiree?
Sounds familiar.
She's amazing, super amazing. I can't watch
Them
her porn though
together
because she's
would
my
be-
friend. I know,
But
but
we couldn't watch it. That's right.
I can't watch it. I did once. I was with a dude and we were scrolling porn. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's watch this," and I'm like, "No,
Because that's my friend.
that's my friend. That doesn't happen." Like, no.
What's her What's her?
It's
Desiree
Desiree
Divine.
Divine is her.
That's her name on there. That's I used them.
And I believe it's Devine.
Yeah, it's DESIRE.
She's gorgeous. If you like that
she-
dark hair, blue eyed.
Yeah, no, and that she has like amazing boobs, and she's actually an awesome person. But she had this house, and like a zillion people. She was way too nice and let everyone live with her.
Oh.
And like at one point, she had like this Emmy award-winning guy who like this recluse who lived in one of her rooms. And I would always ask him whenever he'd come out, and I'm like, can I pose with one of your Emmys? And he's like, no. And he was a writer. He wrote for shows and stuff. He didn't care for me too much, but it still didn't stop me from asking. Like, I think he yelled at me once for using his shelf in the fridge. So, whatever. I still wanted to pose, like, with his. I was going to take in the bathroom and be, like, naked and pose with him. And,
With some Emmys.
yeah.
For dating sites, you need incognito emails. Oh, yes, you do. William says he used to have Katong at AOL.com. Is that a Klingon reference? I don't remember that name in any of my Star Trek reserves in my brain. And Wendy of Neverland is the best name
So,
ever.
Wendy of Neverland, that was your name on our Ustream.
Yes.
Like, that's what I knew you as until the day that you popped up on my real Facebook and I shit my pants. Because I'm like, how does somebody know my real name? And it was you, because you're awesome. I also had CompuServe at one point, so.
CompuServe.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so is there anything that you want to discuss that's going on in the world today that you want to fix, maybe?
That I want to fix? More traffic to my BBW site. That's what I want to fix.
What about, I don't know, are you happy with who our president is?
I don't think anybody's happy with that. Yeah.
Another reason to love him?
I don't think anyone is. Even the people who are for him still, like, they don't like how it's going. You know, like, it's just a shitty situation. That's why I never get on Facebook anymore. It's such a negative thing that everybody is like, just draining. It's draining.
Do you stay in touch with what's going on in the world?
Hell
like,
no, I don't. No.
Just think about beautiful BBW butts.
Yeah, that's all. I just think about who I'm fucking next. And my stress level is way down. Anytime I see anything about the news, and it's like, oh god, you see Trump's face, and it's just no.
You hold such great power in all of who you are and the way that you look. When you're doing these women, you should ensure that they are on the right path, and they also do not like, you know.
So could you talk
whisper.
politics while you're banging someone from behind? Could we maybe get a... Could you maybe do a scene where you're fucking like a super Trump fan, and then you're like trying to really...
Super Trump fan that does porn.
I'm sure they're
You'd
out
have to be
there.
a military dude. That's
True. Like, yeah, you gotta be
Yeah,
a dude
gotta be
in
a
Alabama,
BBW woman. They're
right?
like, hell
It's gotta be a
no.
dude. No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know any women that are okay with Trump.
That's good.
So, I mean, I don't know.
But can you get one to pretend? Because now that I'm thinking and like thoughts are rolling, like that would be kind of hot. Like she'd come in with her MAGA hat on, and you know she would be like,
Political porn brought to you by
like you're fucking her
SinCityBounty.
over a wall, like she's bent over a wall, and like you're banging her from behind.
All you could do, like, so get a Mexican girl. I just shot with a Mexican girl, and you could do the whole wall thing.
There you
something
go.
like that.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
then
wouldn't
you
go
wear
there.
the MAGA hat.
You wouldn't go
Then
there?
it's bad.
how
Then
much
you wear the
traffic
MAGA
that would-
hat.
Yeah, I'd have to wear that. But I think people would still be into it. They'd be like, oh.
They would. They would.
They would, yeah. They'd be like, that's such a Republican thing.
See, the difference is because like people who are like really super conservative Republicans, they're still watching porn. Like, don't get me wrong, they're watching porn,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
other people are like talking about it.
Yeah.
And they're public about it, and like these dudes are, you know, in their office at work, and they're like, all right, Jane, my secretary's on her lunch, so I'm gonna jerk it in the corner, you know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
They're at
I could do a
Halliburton.
chick that- I'm sure Halliburton is fucking Republican. Bunch of cocksuckers.
Didn't Dick Cheney own stock in that company? Was it Dick Cheney?
Sure.
I don't know.
I think they all own stock.
Right. It might have been a Bush.
The biggest fuck. I think Bush owns the company.
Yeah.
It's the biggest
I
oil
think
company
Bush
in the world.
owns all those. Oh, I like her though. I do. What can I say? She's passionate.
Wasn't she
about
just
what it
in the
is she
news right
does.
now? Wasn't she just
She
in
was
the
in
news?
the news. So Johnny Fever had a suggestion regarding Kellyanne Conway, but I don't know. I like her passion.
I'd rather you not say it on air, but
I won't, but I like her passion. That's all. I like her passion.
I'm not a big fan of hers. She has distanced herself. Well, not really.
No, here's what I love. She's super passionate about what it is she does, but her husband's like super anti-Trump. So she has to deal with like going out there and kind of being the face and like being super pro whatever the president farts, she has to like turn it into
She doesn't
something
work at the White House
fabulous.
anymore. So how is she?
She still does it not working there, and you know she does.
Does
And
she have a show? Is she on Fox?
No, but every news channel still has her.
So what's going on with her lately? I know that she was in the news. I just don't know what it was about.
Right. I don't remember what it was for, but it was recent. I mean, she was out again. I think she got in an argument with somebody.
Johnny?
Yeah, her last statement was that her husband is jealous of her, and that's why he's making all the negative comments about Trump.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I didn't even think she was a thing anymore. You know, when she left.
She makes herself a thing.
Yeah,
That's how she did it in the
I guess.
beginning. I don't know. I think she's adorable. She's super passionate. She may be on the wrong path, but she is super passionate. So
That's all you got. That's the only thing that Toxie has to say about her. She's super passionate.
she's like a little chihuahua, like
I saw.
like in the news, like
45.
no.
I don't
He's
think.
super passionate about what he's doing.
He's making that shit up as he goes.
Didn't I see him on the news yelling, complaining about John McCain?
Yes, even though he's dead. Something about his schooling.
Jesus. No, it was about not repealing Obamacare. Not voting to repeal Obamacare. The man is dead in a grave, probably in Arizona. And did you see that? Where he was. Yeah. Okay. Let's stop
How is
talking
it
about
possible
Trump
that
anymore.
I'm in the middle of a show and my kid is texting me about her grades? What is this shit?
All right. So a couple things that you wanted to
Did I
talk
want to yell
about.
through the wall?
So you have connections. Toxie has been and wants to very badly start a used underwear sales store.
I want to sell my panties. The problem is I accidentally donated most of my panties to Goodwill. Totally an accident. So number one, I have limited supply to begin with, so I'm going to have to rebuild my supply.
Okay.
And then once I rebuild my supply, I'd like to sell them.
You donated your panties to good.
Totally an
Accidentally.
accident. Totally.
Accidentally.
Trust me, because I even donated. I have these really cute green ones that say like naughty and glitter on the back, and they were my favorites. Gone.
Okay.
Gone. Either some dude in the Goodwill warehouse is wearing them, or they threw them, or what
Spell
have
them is what
you.
they're
We do
Right?
accept gifts here at SinCityBounty. You can mail them to the WWDB TV studio to SinCityBounty in care of www.dbtv.com. If you want to send pairs of panties for Toxie to be able to misuse, and then sell.
And then sell.
And so.
Yeah, I totally have to do it. So someone else had reached out to me because they assumed I knew.
Yeah.
And they reached out to me to ask me, how do I sell my panties? And then I'm like, wait, I'll find out for you, but I want to sell my panties.
Yeah, you
so,
$50, $75 a pair of
right?
panties.
I feel like I should be able
Really?
to
You
make
charge that much?
I charge $55 for mine, but oh my god.
You sell your underwear?
Yeah, and my socks and condoms.
See?
Sometimes sweaty hats. It just whatever you want. If I can come on anything and sell it for $50.
Ooh.
It's
Are you
gotta
going to
work.
come on all your panties?
I could.
Good, totally good.
Is it worth money? Okay. I'm an entrepreneur. You want me to come on them for an extra $10? Fine.
Yeah, there's money in it. Do it. You never have to wash a pair of panties again.
That's the biggest selling point right there. Money number 2.
So, do you want to give out your panty size so people can send you panties?
No, you can figure it out. Just fat ass. Just look for fat ass and I'll make them work. I'll make them work. I wear a smaller size than I'm supposed to anyway because I don't like them, high up on my ass. I like them low. So just look for fat ass size. Hold them up, Judge.
Not briefs. You want panties, like little
I
tiny
wear,
low cut.
Well, I wear hipster. I don't wear thong, and I've talked about why I don't wear thong. Because the thong string will disappear, never to be found again in the abyss of my ass. So
What's the point
I
of
don't
a thong,
wear.
right?
Yeah, but no, not for me. Like, I could probably have like 12 thongs up there now and not know it. Like, I've tried and it just sucks in immediately. And most women, it looks sexy.
I'm gonna have to help you out.
Right? You're going to have to tell me what's back there. Because most women, like, you look and it's all sexy and like you're walking, you're like, yeah, she's wearing a thong. You can see it, cracking above her pants. And for me, it's not sexy because my hand is down there trying to jerk it out of my crack. That is not, how is that
You have to get used to it. It's
comfortable?
like riding a bicycle. You have to get used to that seat going up your ass crack.
I mean, that's not so bad. But the thin string, I don't know. They never worked for me. Like, it just disappeared, never to be found again.
Wear, like, full butt
I
panties?
wear hipsters.
What's
So
hipsters?
Hipsters are, they go down
like bikini
this.
briefs?
No, they go, what do I even have on?
High cut briefs?
They go down, no. They go, jeepers. So they go down here, like they don't come all the way up on my waist. They're down here. So they're like midway on my hip, hence the hipster.
Okay.
Never
And
heard
they
of
go right to my crack versus up my back.
So just to the top of your crack, or does your crack peek out?
My crack does peek out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Are you gonna take a Polaroid photo with the panties when you send them?
Oh, of course.
Jen says she sells them for $50 a pop. Her fanboys buy them.
Bree said the video's blurry.
Which
Bree
one?
says the video is very blurry. That could be our internet connection, Bree.
Right.
That does happen on occasion.
It could also be because you've been masturbating throughout the entire duration of the show.
Blurry because of that.
And
Yeah, you might
You
want
can't
to. You
see
might want to take a
straight.
Kleenex to your screen.
so Jen will have to tell me where you sell your panties.
I think you just
But
put
you
an
have
ad
fans.
out, right?
I mean,
You have
you
fans,
could just
I
put
have-
them on your Twitter. Say, I don't have selling my panties. You, don't
You do have a
Twitter?
Twitter.
I do have a Twitter. I don't think I've used it.
Well, that's now it's only used for panty sales.
I use my other Twitter to follow stars and see what they
You
eat for
just,
lunch.
You just take the payment over like Venmo or something like that. Not PayPal. They'll fucking block you.
Really?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't sell any kind of adult content through PayPal. I've been blocked for life on there.
Wow.
Yeah, bastards. I think they still owe me money because the last time they blocked me, they took my money, and then that time they didn't give it back. Yeah, because I didn't cash out.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, I think
So
it's still
Vimo,
like $600 or something.
Venmo.
Venmo.
Cash App, Venmo, something like that.
I'm sure I have them all on there.
Just
Apple Pay.
Don't use Kickstarter or nothing like. I'm blocked on all of those for selling.
You would use your
selling
Apple Pay?
videos.
Don't use Kickstarter.
Don't use Kickstarter. This back when I was doing that, these didn't exist. Venmo, Cash App, none of that shit existed when I first started, and so there was like nothing existed. I mean, Clips for Sale existed, but I didn't know about it. And mini vids, nothing existed in a way that I could actually accept money for the videos, other than like going through a high risk merchant like CC Bill and having your own website. I didn't know how to do any of that shit. I knew there was a Kickstarter. I knew there was like PayPal. So fuck, put it on there. And
I just assumed I'd show up in a grocery store parking lot and like with a little Apple swipe.
Like you're selling a elote
Like
or
on
something?
Craigslist.
no, you're gonna
Like
be
Tamales! Tamales!
You're gonna be mailing them. Most of the people aren't gonna be local.
You're going to want to develop a rapport with
This is how I die.
you're going to develop a rapport with the place that you go to.
Ma'am, what's in your package?
You may
Dirty
not want to go to an
panties.
actual USPS. You may want to go to one of those little kiosks or little storefronts.
No, I will give them to someone else to mail. Like, that's... That's hot to me, not tell them what they're mailing. I'd be like, hey, Johnny, can you take these packages to the post office for me? They're antiques.
You're going to be selling a lot of panties.
Got a lot of packages to take to the post office.
Jen says you can sell them through FB, Twitter, and Instagram.
Like selling your Girl Scout cookies.
There's a FedEx box right downstairs.
I do know that. I do see that. So every time the FedEx person comes in, they're going to open it. It's just going to be full of panties.
You might have that as an option, but USPS gets the mail there.
Yeah,
Okay.
They're usually pretty good.
I always use that. And if I had to send it international, it asks for a detail. I just say shorts. I don't say underwear or anything like that. I just say shorts. Because
don't
that's
say
what they used to
cum-stained
call
underwear.
underwear. Was your undershorts. Hey, it's fucking shorts, man. I can't.
What description? Cum stain thong that had to be dug out of my ass crack.
Yeah.
I know that there are a lot of weird people out there. Do you get any weird requests since you do sell your shorts? Do you get weird requests like, can you pee in your shorts?
Yeah, I
or-
get that. That's not the weird stuff.
That's
It's
not the
like,
weird stuff?
Can you poop in them? Stuff like that. I'm cool with pee. Hey, I'll piss on anyone. But I'm not doing anything to play with shit or scat or anything like that. Like, no, that's not. Nothing that stinks. I'm not.
I would, if I didn't have this issue peeing in public, I would totally
You
piss
have
on
an issue
anyone
peeing
too.
in public? Like,
I
you
do.
can't stop peeing in public.
No, I can't. I have to pee in a public place. Like if people are there, I have to block my ears. I did a Pavlovian thing where I train myself that I block my ears and I sing "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls"
As you're peeing in the bathroom.
as I'm peeing, but not out loud. Like in my head, I'm like, and then I can go.
Then you can go.
Yeah, but the problem comes when it's on the radio, like when I'm driving or something, then it makes me have to pee. But anyway, the whole point
But
of
wouldn't
this
you're
is,
wearing underwear to sell. Wouldn't you just pee in them at home?
I would, but I'm just saying I would totally be cool with like the pissing thing too. If somebody's like, will you pee on me? Whatever.
Oh,
you
you're
know.
long about peeing on people.
In general.
I'm talking
As long
about
as not
peeing
public,
in your
right.
panties. Okay.
I'm talking about pissing on people in general.
Okay.
Just as long as you don't have to do it in a public bathroom.
I guess. But I don't know if I could actually do it on another person. I'm willing.
You've never done it on another
I've never
person?
peed on another
You've never
person.
like jumped in the shower with somebody, I peed on you, like that type of thing.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He makes it sound so cute and playful.
It's a cute playful thing. Ah,
okay,
peed on you.
okay.
I own you now. You know, that type of stuff. You know what I'm getting into? Women are loving it. Well, it's kind of hard, but you have to get yourself hard when you have to pee, and then you stick it up in there in the shower and fucking fill her up
With pee.
with pee. Or
It's like a gas station.
your fucking belly starts to swell, and you just talk to her real dirty as you're doing it. Like, yeah, you like your belly swelling as that's happening. And then it fills up and like shoots out like a fucking horse just jizzed everywhere, and your dick's flopping, piss is fucking everywhere, running out. You just reach down your thumb and you just push her pussy open, and just a tiny bit, and it shoots out more. They love it. They can't get enough.
Really?
Oh yes,
Is it
they love it, and then they're asking like,
Was it a
"Are you
special
gonna go pee right now?
request?
Are you gonna go pee right now?" Like, dear Lord, what have I started?
What have you started? Because as weird and as vanilla as I am, I'm a little intrigued.
Like, how does that feel? I wonder what it feels like.
I
to have that
do.
much shut
I
up
do
inside
wonder
me.
what it feels like.
Probably feels like getting fucked by a horse, I'm assuming. I wish I came that much. A substitute with some piss, I guess. Open up all new avenues for women.
Yes.
We like to say that we hope you learned something from the show.
Gentlemen, if you try this with your ladies, please make sure you say TM Thor Johnson.
Yeah, that's called doing the Thor Johnson. I own that one.
Trademark Thor Johnson.
Yeah.
William said I need to go to bed. Good night, lady.
Good night, William.
I got it.
All those bathroom stuff is fun. It's like kissing someone on the toilet.
Jen,
when
of
you're
course,
going to
I think it's, no, I don't know what face that is. Can you see what face that is?
I use that
O
particular
face.
face as
O
I'm gonna suck your
Cock-sucking
dick.
face?
That's what I use it for.
Ooh.
The donut face.
So it's either like, oh, but I use it for other things. It's usually
Sucking, is that what she's trying to do?
I don't know.
it's usually followed by a
Well,
Bree says
Kind of
it's
emoji.
like if someone is stung by a jellyfish.
exactly, Bree. If you were stung by a jellyfish way up inside, this man right here.
You know that's a myth, right?
It doesn't help.
No, I saw it on Friends.
Monica had the fucking.
Pee on the foot. Yeah,
Yep. I remember that.
Oh,
it's
goodness
obviously
gracious.
true.
All right. So when are you going to start? As soon as you get some new panties, right? Is when you're going to
Yes,
start
as soon
your
as I
business.
get more panties.
All right. So just send it to SinCityBounty, care of www.dbtv.com. At the address here on Las Vegas, go to their website and you can find the address there. And she will wear.
And if Johnny, you get panties and they're fat ass panties, you know they're mine.
If you send her a multi-pack, she will.
If you send me a Hanes multi-pack,
Will you send them one back for free without charging them?
A multi-pack. The whole point is that they have to send the pair of
Yes.
panties that they want.
Yes.
They have to pay for it.
Oh.
yes.
Oh,
If
so if
send
you
me the
want a
panties-
special request, send her one pair. She'll do something special with them.
send me
Something
a
special.
Venmo
Hanes
her
multi-pack.
$50.
Well, you got to charge for shipping too. Which usually I
Can you
charge
send it in
flat
a
rate,
prepaid
$5.
pack?
Stop.
Prepaid. Well, this is what I did. I took a picture of me in some regular briefs and stuff, and I posted a thing, and I was told this is how to do it from a gay fan. He said, just post, I've got nothing but straight guy ugly underwear. Will any of my fans like to send me underwear to make it to look good? And I had a whole bunch of guys send me expensive ass underwear. Yeah. If you ever see me at an event and I got a big bulge going on, it's because I'm wearing the expensive underwear that
Fancy underwear.
pulls everything out front. Andrew
I
Christensen.
can't wait to see your granny panty picture.
Oh, that's hot. I do.
It's wash day.
Yeah,
These are the only underwear I have.
Do you?
I do. As long as they're not like the ones you see in the store. those are
Right.
hot.
That's what they're gonna
Those are
be.
fucking hot.
If y'all want to send me granny panties,
Make sure they say Wednesday on them, and make
can't
sure
say
you
that.
take the picture on a Saturday.
I'm gonna fuck with guys like I've been wearing these for a week.
You do
Oh my
know
God, you-
But I just-
that
That's
what I
someone
wanna hear, yeah.
that someone will want those granny
I
panties too.
know. I
Oh,
can't.
hell yeah.
I don't think I can do it though.
Wear granny panties?
No. Wear them for a week.
Oh, wear the same pair for a week. Well, you won't probably.
You don't have to tell them that.
I wear them to
I'll
the
just
gym.
wear them
I
on a
wear 'em for
sweaty
summer
night
days.
out. Like I'll wear them out dancing.
Yeah, something
I
like
super
that.
sweat when I go out
Super
dancing.
sweat. Yeah, it's summertime, so.
Yeah. There's
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of sweat
Vegas in
happening
summer.
there. Yeah.
Be the best time to build up your stash.
Yeah.
I sweat like a motherfucker at Crave on Saturday because I was dancing.
Just take
like,
a couple
so
pair
much.
and just stick them up your ass crack, and then pull another pair over, and just go out dancing, dance the night away, and then you get fucking 3 pair.
Can you imagine the lift of my ass if I have some in my crack? Right?
Yeah.
Why don't I do that anyway? It's like when
And
you're
this is
younger,
what you can
shoving-
resurrect your Twitter for.
I'll do it.
But you have to post a picture of yourself in panties asking for other
I'm
panties.
fine with that.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. It's the same as I post photos of me in a swimsuit.
Sierra and I will come over and take the pictures if you want. Unless you have a special
I'm
friend.
sure I have some on my phone. I'm sure I can add panties to the photos I have on my phone. Yeah.
All right, so we've got that under control. When are you going to start this? Soon, very
Yeah,
soon?
as soon as I get some granny panties to.
You got to post to let people know?
Okay.
And it doesn't. They don't have to be.
don't
You know
have to
what? Just whatever panties you got, put them on and take a picture.
I'll use the ones I have left. The ones that didn't get donated.
And use the story. I accidentally gave away
Yeah.
my panties to
The
Goodwill.
And then you have a bunch of influx of guys coming in with the panties of the Goodwill.
There you go.
It's an Easter
doing
egg
that.
hunt, yeah?
Right? If you find my panties at Goodwill and you send them back to me,
Oh, that would be cool.
like,
Right?
you'll get 10 pennies back or
Wow,
something.
you're generous.
I'm not mathematical.
'Cause that's like $500.
I just want my old pennies back. If you can find me my green naughty, that would be amazing.
All right, the other subject that you wanted to talk about was...
So I have 2 more things.
Okay.
First, I was watching this show on Hulu called Shrill, and it has Aidy Bryant from SNL.
Yep.
And I didn't get too far, like I'm only in the first episode. Everybody's talking about it. So I'll talk more about the actual content of the show. Like, she's a plus-size woman, and I guess she's, gonna get out there and live a fabulous life. But in the first episode, she goes to the pharmacy to get the morning after pill, the Plan B pill. And the first pharmacist she had gone to a few times, they show, and they sell it to her, she takes it, great. So all of a sudden she goes and takes a pregnancy test, it's positive. She goes back to the pharmacy, she's like, y'all sold me a bad test. And they're like, no, it's positive. And she said, no, I took the morning after pill. And they're like, well, it's not effective if you're over 175 pounds.
What?
It is not effective. And turns out that's the truth. Like, that's a real thing.
You gonna take 2 or what?
I assume 2, 1.5. I don't know.
$40 a pill.
But
Lord.
Are they really $40 a pill?
Yeah. And if you go, like, it's not effective.
Wow.
It's not effective. So, it turns out there's others that aren't as well. Like, there are some birth control pills that aren't as effective when you're heavier, which I didn't know. There were ones I would definitely do more research, and, I plan to kind of do a little bit more and continue to share as well. But they recommended, like, Depo, barrier birth control, tubal litigation, and then the Escher, but don't use that one. Because I know several people in a lawsuit that it wrecked their lady parts. So anyway, ladies, check. If you're over 175, check on your birth control. Check. And it turns out if you're even 165, it loses effectiveness for the morning after.
There's, I wonder, well, since this show came out, do you think if any of you have a link to a comprehensive article on this subject, please post it on our page or under the video here. We'll be sure to share it. Because that's actually something that big girls should probably know, especially ones that are sexually active.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit. And Bree said an EpiPens are not long enough, and over 300 pounds, you can't donate your organs or receive an organ. Well, I can receive an organ just fine. I'm just saying. But, yeah, I guess.
I wasn't even thinking that, but now I am.
So.
And he's peeing in you. Okay.
So, I mean, these are kind of important things to know that
Yeah.
I really didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
So,
I wonder,
I didn't know about the organ donation. I mean, I have the organ donation thing on my license, so.
DMV must not know either, because they're the ones that put you on.
Well, I
there,
told
right?
the DMV I'm 195, and they've never questioned me ever.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry.
But that's still over 160.
True.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
All right, what else you got?
So, the next thing I wanted to share,
We have 2 minutes.
I often share my messages off of Facebook or like POF or something.
While she's looking, thank you very much for coming.
Absolutely, yeah.
And thank you for looking so hot.
Thank you. I had to run out and change my shirt.
I was talking to somebody in a group once, and they were talking about beautiful blonde Thor. And I said, no, did you know that in actuality, well,
It's redhead, yeah.
Thor is a myth. I don't know if you guys know that. But in actuality, Thor is a redhead.
Yeah.
And well, I grew up on Marvel Thor, which is beautiful blonde, long hair, which is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. He's comic. Thor is flesh and blood right here.
I know Thor film. Did you ever see Adventures in Babysitting
No.
with Elizabeth Shue?
Maybe way back in the day.
Okay. Well, there's a guy there that they think is Thor.
Okay, share what you got.
Blonde. So I shared it on my Facebook page. But I had someone who reached out to me and said, just the opening was, if you could do whatever you wanted with me, what would it be?
That was the opening.
That was the
That's
opening.
a good opening.
That is a good opening.
And you put that on your Toxie page?
I shared my response. My response maybe wasn't as good. My response was, oh my God, perfect timing. I need help moving. The box isn't furniture heavy. I just need you for the next 2 weekends. Please arrive by 6 a.m. and don't be late. Also, if you could bring a truck and maybe your own lunch, that would be great.
Your own life.
Thank you so much for the offer. This is definitely easier than trying to find someone on Craigslist to help me move.
For those who don't know,
So-
Toxie is quite a smart ass when it comes to answering
a total
messages
smart ass.
from guys who message her on Facebook, from dating sites, and just random Facebook posts now.
Yeah.
I'm Alexia,
Thor Johnson.
Toxie.
and we will see you next week if you're brave enough.
Later, bitches.
All right, we're still live.